Losing tyre traction is one of the biggest fears for motorcycle riders, but while losing traction can mean a few different things, the one that strikes the fear most into the hearts of riders is losing front end grip. And I get it, because unless you're Marc Marquez, once it's gone, it's gone. Like a lot of fears though, the reason why it's so scary is because riders don't completely understand what causes it, and they're often left simply hoping that the dreaded front end tuck doesn't come for them. However, having that understanding can go a long way to reducing that fear, so we're going to walk through the main reasons why riders lose the front, so that you can reduce your fear while helping you avoid the main mistakes that causes it to happen, outside of simply finding yourself riding through a diesel tanker's oil spill. Okay, so thinking all the way back through my life on the track, there was a recurring instance that happened nearly every single track day. A rider rolls out of the pits, overconfident on cold tyres, they get through a few corners, the front goes, and the red flags come out. Now, cold tyres is one instance of this mistake, but it comes from a broader issue of riders asking too much from what's under them, whether that's a good tyre that's not up to temperature, or a bad tyre that's simply not able to provide the grip that the rider is asking for. And this is a mistake I've made myself. Early in my track life, I rode much longer on a set of tyres than I should have, until finally the front tyre just gave up, and I experienced what felt like a meter-long slide at the front when really it was probably only this big. In any case, thankfully I got lucky and the camber saved me in that instance, but my ignorance to the condition of my tyres and what they were telling me almost had me on my arse. And while I'm talking about the track here, this can bite road riders too. If your tyres aren't fit for purpose or in the right condition to do what you're asking them to do, you're just increasing your chances of this happening to you as well. Now, for the most part, everything else we'll talk about here determines whether or not your tyres actually do let go, but by having the right tyres in the right condition, you give yourself the greatest potential for grip and the greatest safety net should you need it. But ultimately, the tyres can only help you so much, and one way that riders put unnecessary strain on them is by riding tight. By riding with a tight grip, you restrict the front end from doing its important job of tracking the road and dealing with any imperfections on it. And this is particularly dangerous as you approach higher lean angles. Most riders probably know that a death grip is bad, but they don't always know why it's happening. And in my experience, it usually comes down to two things. The first is from not using your body correctly, either from not actively engaging your lower body to free up your grip, or they're simply in a position which makes using their lower body difficult, creating the same problem. The second reason, and one that is less talked about, is mentally induced tension. Whether it's from feeling anxious or maybe even sheer concentration, riders will often ride with tension even if there's no physical need for it, and they're just unaware that it's happening. I sometimes get this myself even after all these years. If I've had a good spell away from riding on the track, for instance, in my concentration to get back into it and make sure I'm doing everything correctly, I'll just tense up where I'm trying to be so deliberate with my controls. To fix either of these issues, you first have to become aware of what's happening, and this just means paying attention to your grip and noticing that you are in fact riding tight. And from there, just tell yourself to relax. Believe it or not, it can often be as simple as that. However, if you try to loosen your grip but it doesn't feel like you can, it likely points to an issue with your body position setup and something that needs to change. On the road, this could just be engaging your lower body on the pegs and tank to create support. Or on the track, you probably need to do the same, but you may also need to readjust how much you're hanging off the bike, paying attention to how much of your backside you're sliding off the seat, and how far to the inside you're trying to move your body. Trying to hang off more than your body can handle will just mean you look for support elsewhere, and that's usually the bars. So first become aware of what's happening, then consider if you need to make some conscious effort to relieve your grip, or if some positional tweaks need to be made too. And getting this right is important because your grip will fundamentally impact your control of the bike. And something that will fundamentally impact the control of your data is the partners of this video, NordVPN. That was a great segue, wasn't it? Data, control. What do you mean no? The summer season is fast approaching, and that means holidays. And this is where NordVPN can really help you out, because they allow you to access your favorite content from pretty much any digital region of your choice. That means if you're traveling and want to access your streaming apps from back home, you can do that. Or if you want to access content from abroad, they can help you do that too. But this isn't just about changing your digital location. Whether you are home or away, NordVPN's suite of security features is designed to protect your data, keeping you safe from things like malware, from email scams, website tracking, and it can even give you early warnings when your data appears on dark web marketplaces. And with no significant slowdown of your speed, you can enjoy all of these features and more across your devices without compromising your experience. So if you want to access all your favorite content while staying safe, right now you can get a great deal through our channel where if you just go to nordvpn.com/lifeatlean, you can get a huge discount on their 2-year plan plus 4 extra months free. And this comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you can try it risk-free. All right, back to the video. Okay, so like I said, a loose grip is fundamental to your bike control, and that's important because it's your use of the controls that impacts the load through the front tire. Good tires can have a very high performance ceiling when used correctly, but if they're not used correctly, that ceiling is almost worthless, and it's usually a sudden change in front tire load that causes issues, or rather, a sudden change at the wrong time. For instance, the lateral load your front tire is dealing with at high lean angles will already put it close to the limit. To then suddenly change that load through poor use of the controls is where many riders come unstuck, literally. Things like braking too much or too quickly, sending too much load to the front, or even releasing the lever too quickly, meaning there's now not enough load to maintain traction. Poor throttle control can cause issues too. Many people will only worry about the rear when it comes to the throttle, but a snatchy input that moves weight to the rear too quickly can unload the front and create the same problem. Now, in my experience, losing the front from opening the throttle isn't that common, but there is one place that's claimed the egos of many a rider, and that's Craner Curves at Donington Park. There's a slight crest and drop at the bottom of the hill, and if riders are a bit too eager with the throttle here, they can easily unload the front tire enough to give them a one-way ticket to the infamous Craner Club. This is just one example, but there'll be many others where this is a risk. Now, if you're a road rider watching this, then you may just be sitting there thinking, it doesn't really apply to me because I don't reach high lean angles, but as conditions change, it definitely does apply. If you're out riding in the wet, or you find yourself navigating a corner caked in farmyard mud, you better be sure that you're using the controls in the right way, because being at more modest lean angles may not save your poor control. Honestly, there's no excuse whatsoever for any rider not to learn how to be smooth. As you apply or release the brakes and throttle, we want to be as smooth as possible, particularly through that initial application so that we're not changing the load on the front tire too quickly. And this will not only keep you safe in that moment, but it will also better prepare the tire for whatever comes next, be it harder braking, cornering, or acceleration. Alright, so I think most riders instinctively understand what we've covered so far. You want good tires, you want to ride loose, and just don't be a muppet with the controls. But all of that can fly out the window if you can't control the culprit of so many crashes: panic. Panic sets in when a rider suddenly feels an impending sense of doom, and whether or not that response is warranted is irrelevant. When panic sets in, there's only one thing your monkey brain wants to do, and that's avoid danger. And it'll try to do that without getting your permission first or considering what the absolute best riding technique is, leading you to grab handfuls of everything, ultimately overwhelming the front tire. As I found out to pretty devastating effect when I got spooked coming into a big braking zone on my second ever track day. Now for me, the best way to deal with panic is to ensure it never takes hold to begin with, and the situations that will often put riders in a state of panic come from poor speed control and line selection, or said another way, riders just try to go too fast and their entry lines aren't good. Going into a corner too fast or on an excessively shallow entry line will make you run wide, and that sense of running out of space is what has the panic setting in. But just by riding within your limits while taking a wider entry line to give yourself more space, that will do wonders for keeping this panic at bay. But the truth is, riders can still experience this panic even if they're riding sensibly if their vision isn't working well, which, funnily enough, while poor vision gets riders into these situations, great vision is what gets you out of them. If you can't effectively see the space ahead of you, you could easily perceive that you're running out of space when in reality there's lots of it. And on the flip side, if you can notice this panic setting in, override it and tell yourself to look where you want to go, that's what will get you out of this situation 9 times out of 10. So when it comes down to it, keeping the front tire nicely stuck to the ground comes down to having the tires for the job, keeping the front end free to do what it needs to do, correctly managing the transition of load onto and off of it, and avoiding situations that cause panic, which throw all of those good intentions out the window. Fix these things and you're very unlikely to find yourself experiencing that dreaded front end tuck. Again, discounting the continued deterioration of road networks. Now, one way to massively increase your confidence of front end grip is to understand it. And in this video here, I break down why many riders struggle to break their fear of losing grip and how to fix it. Outside of that, thank you so much for joining me for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.